everybody. This is Debbie Hill, and I'm with Jen Freeland, and we are going to be talking pets and kids for our Lunch and Learn today. So excited to have you here. If you're catching it on record, we're thrilled you're checking us out. We've been having a lot of fun sharing all this information. We keep it to about a half hour, and then if you want to stick around once we stop recording, you're welcome to do that as well. So I am going to talk to you a little bit about using essential oils with pets. First, I have to let you know that everything we're saying is from informational purposes only, and I'm not diagnosing or treating or curing anything with our information that we're sharing out. You can reach out to your vet or your medical doctor for more information and to double check. But this is just for informational purposes only. And also that we only use Young Living essential oils. They're the only oils that I trust. So when I start talking about lavender or frankincense or any other oil, I'm only talking about Young Living oils. Again, the only ones I have trust and use. So we are going to talk about pets first of all. The biggest thing, just like with humans, is we need to make sure that our immune systems are strong. That is the biggest thing from the get-go. So my way of doing it, I got this from a girl, Denny, a woman named Denny, who is local and works with a lot of vets and has done tons of research with Gary and on her own with pets. And she has come to find out, basically, like what I just told you, immune is the most important thing to attack first. Once you have your immune system built, or your animals, your pets' immune system built up, then you go from there. So for basic general things, I'm going to post this when I'm done talking. We have our doggy or kitty cocktail. It's the same exact thing for dogs and cats. And basically what it is Ningxia Red, sulfurzyme, and multigreens all mixed up, and I put it in like a little baby jar. And then I have a cat, so I give it like a little scoop. I use a scoop that comes with I think it's the BLM, or just a little tiny scoop, a half a teaspoon inside, like a teaspoon of baby food, and that's his treat. He loves it, and it is done amazing things for him. And my dad's cat, I think I've talked about this in the past, but just quickly, my dad's cat was always scratching and was always hungry, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was visiting him, and I gave him this stuff, and I said, try this. And I mixed it up for him. And he used it. The cat stopped scratching. I believe the cat had worms. I'm just guessing because I could tell the way he looked. And my dad was like, he stopped scratching. He's healthy. He's happy. What is this stuff? I want more. And I'm like, it's not only good for the cat, it's also good for you. You could be taking all three of those things for yourself as well. So my dad, like most people, take care of their pets sometimes better than their own bodies. So it's, like I said, it's all about building your immune system. Ningxia Red, multigreens, and sulfurzyme. I'll post this little thing when I'm done in the chat so you can see the recipe. So that's the first one thing I would start with. When Denny gave us our talk, she was talking about big time, and it goes the same thing with us people. When in doubt, use lavender. That is the first oil to go to for just about anything. Lavender and frankincense both are what we call adaptogens. And what I mean by an adaptogen is it adapts to what your body needs. So if your body it basically helps bring your body into balance, both of those oils. So by putting it on yourself or your pet, it's going to help bring your body into balance. Now, a lot of people are freaked out about using this stuff all over the internet about using oils with pets, and especially cats. So I have to let you know, I use it on my cat, and my cat I've had for 11 years, and he's happy and healthy and doing really good. And it's totally fine with the oils that I diffuse in my home, that I use on his body. He has something that I've been working on, and I'm not consistent, I have to say, I have to get better. But he has a little growth, and I've been trying to treat that with frankincense, and I see no ill effects whatsoever. Obviously, cats have very small livers, so their body, it takes them a long time to digest things and to for them to use it in their body. So you have to use a little bit, like less is more, especially when it comes to cats. But there's no reason why you can't use it on cats or use Young Living essential oils on cats. So the first one is definitely lavender and frankincense. So how would you use that? You basically put like a drop or two of lavender in your hand and rub it in, and then just pet your cat. Keep it simple. It's going to get through, even through the hairs, and then it's going to get into the skin. You putting it on the pad of their paws would be a good thing, but why go crazy and try to start annoying the cat? Just rub it on him and they'll get into his skin just like our bodies, right? It goes right through our bodies. Why would you do that? If you had some kind of issue going on with him, any kind of, this one girl, she was telling us about, the cat had mange, and they had found this cat, half the face was missing from this cat. And they actually used lavender, which will not sting, and put that on, and actually brought the cat back. The cat's face actually came back and the hair grew back. Amazing things with lavender. A little bit, like I said, goes a long way. I wouldn't cut it with V6. You don't want to make them greasy. Don't go near their face. Just stay on their body. Keep it away from their face and go slow. Just like with any people, when you first starting using oils, you just take it very slow and just feel it out. And whenever you do treat him, your pets, with any kind of essential oil, always give them a treat afterwards. So they associate having the oils with the treat. So, and every just like people, every animal is different. Lavender, you got to use it. You think of all the ways we use this for our bodies, ourselves as humans. The same thing goes to the cats. So lavender is great, the frankincense, and then Lavaderm. You can also, again, use it. Put it on your hands and pet your cat with it. That's frankincense and lavender. This is animal scent ointment. Anybody use this? Now, I hardly really use this on my cat, to be quite honest with you. I think if this is more for like a dog, if they have any kind of hot spots or anything, it's a great product. But I use this for myself. Any dry skin, my elbows, my cuticles, around my lips. I love animal scents. So this is a great, it's almost like a natural, how you would use like Neosporin or Vaseline or something like that. You would use this. You could always put like lavender and then put this on top. It's almost like a Band-Aid, like to let it soak in. But animal scents, have you all used, anybody used animal scents? Someone to give me a hands up? Jan has? Nobody else? Somebody over there has? Yes, it's great. Joey, yeah, amazing. I love this animal scent, and it's so reasonable, and I use this instead of any kind of other salve. It does a lot to help. So not only for pets, but for humans. Tea tree is good when it comes to animals, for any kind of bites or mosquitoes, and maybe just make a spray and just spray down. I wouldn't use this, or cleaning a wound. If you were going to clean a wound, you would use this. But other than that, I really wouldn't be using a lot of tea tree. Young Living does have a whole line for animals, which have been cut, which you can also use. I have here the Tea Away, which is very similar to Trauma Life. So I put my little Trauma Life on there. It's less expensive than Trauma Life, so I actually bought this for me to use for people versus pets. So as you see, all the oils are kind of user friendly. Like you can use them for yourself and you can use them for your pets. Let me look and let me see my notes. If there's anything else I mixed. Tea tree for cleansing. Purification is a really good thing to use also for just keeping the smells in the home and purifying things. If they have a tick, this was very cool, and for people too. You can take a little bit of purification and put it on the tick, and then put a cotton ball on top of it, and it will actually, the tick will just come out. it does not like that. So that's great for anybody that's actually in the woods or anywhere, not only for your animals, for people, but purification for a tick, to get the tick to come out. Just one drop and then a cotton ball, and it should release from the skin. You can make a little thing of baking soda in like a jar and put about 10 drops of purification in it. You could probably use like a 2-cup thing of like almost like a mason jar, and then mix it up really good and use a little scoop and use it for your litter aroma. So you can use it in your litter box. So it keeps the litter box nice and fresh and clean smelling. And then the cat also gets the oils in their body. The gal that told me about this was saying that she just did it in one litter box, and she's got several cats, and she just tried it in one litter box first, and all the cats ended up just going to that litter box. They wanted to use that one, so they were drawn to the oils. So it's a good way of getting the oils around your cats and keeping them safe and keeping your house smelling good. So just baking soda and purification. You could also put some lavender in there if you wanted. So that's like litter aroma, a little powder for your thing. So I've been doing that, and it's been working really nice. 1 or 2 scoops when you're cleaning out the litter, just put it in and just mix it up, and it keeps the litter box good, and your cat is getting the oils without even knowing it. Let's see, what else do I have here? Again, like I said, anytime you do use any kind of oils on your pets, reward them afterwards, so they're not like running, especially cats. You can never catch a cat. He's always running all over the place and hiding and under the bed. And, if it's not happy about using it, you do it gently. If you're addressing some kind of issue, then you want to, again, follow them up with a treat. My cat loves the Ningxia Red with the baby food. That's his little treat. So I give it to him at night. If you're got a deal going on where you're really trying to keep their immune system up and it's really low, I would go to twice a day and up that with them. She was telling us, another gal that I was listening to was saying that she actually gives this one dog that's a rescue like 6 ounces of Ningxia Red by syringe, like a day. And she dropped it down to like 2 ounces in a day. And within 48 hours, she totally noticed a difference. Like his eyes were getting all glassy and watery, and like his system just needed more. Like it was a really compromised immune system. And she started it back up, his normal routine. And within 24 hours, he was back to his happy self. So it makes a difference if you're consistent. It's huge. And just like with us, you have to be consistent, right? Kind of works back, pets, people. You got to be consistent. You got to, the Ningxia Red, it's all about immune systems and building your immune system. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed. Again, going back to these, all the oils I'm pretty much mentioning are all in our kit, which is the beautiful thing of this. So if you don't own this premium starter kit, it's a great kit to get for yourself as well as for your pets. So it works hand in hand. If you have peppermint, you can make a peppermint spray. And especially down here in Florida, it gets really hot. If your animals get overheated, you can just spritz your animals to keep them cool and calm them down. So that's another good one. And then Stress Away is also great to use in your diffuser if the animals are afraid with any kind of thunderstorms or anything's going on. There's a lot of construction going on across the street from me right now where they're putting in roofs and my cat's like freaking out. So Stress Away, just diffusing in the air will help. And again, with people, Stress Away will work. Somebody will like Stress Away more than Peace and Calming or lavender. So you kind of have to play with the oils for yourself as well as your pets to see which ones they react better to. So I covered a lot, I think, really quickly. Hopefully you all learned something from me. Before we move on to people or to babies and children, does anybody have any questions? They can unmute yourself and ask me before we move on. You have a quiet crew, huh? Oh, one other quick thing that I thought of. What is this called? The ADR. This is the Animal Desk Reference Book. This is a great tool to have. And I bought this ages ago. I'm sure that it's updated now, but this covers like cats and dogs and gerbils and snakes and horses and just about any animal right here. It's a great desk reference to have, especially if you're into pets. So look online. That's one really, really good book. It's the ADR, right? It's the Animal Desk Reference Book. And this is by Melissa Sheldon. So this is the old copy of hers. Also, do I have them? Hold on one second. I should have gotten out. You can also get your hands on, I can't find them. These little books. This was from Life Science Publishing. This is a cat one, and they have a cat one and a little dog one from Life Science Publishing. See on the back it says. Can you see that? Life Science. And it shows in the front too. So these are great little reference guides on animals and pets that you can pick up. And that's at discoverlsp.com where you pick up these. So those are great reference tools to use. So I think I covered just about everything that I could quickly for all of you. Again, any questions? And if not, we're going to move on to Jen. Again, this is Debbie Hill, and I appreciate your time today. And if you have any questions and you got here from me, reach out. I'm here to answer anything for you and help you with people and pets. Jen, take over.
Hey, you guys. All right, so we had some great information from Debbie about pets. So hopefully that leaves you feeling a little bit more confident in your search to figure some more things out. So these Lunch and Learns are designed to just give you kind of like a snippets of information that you can then take and go forward and do your own research. And we really encourage you to do your own research and figure some things out, figure out what works in your home, and really dive into it. Reach out, like she said, to whoever invited you here to plug you into some groups, into some resources, into some different places that you can be learning more. There are tons of groups on Facebook for all sorts of topics. Essential Oil Club, like there's all these different things for Team White Owl. There's things that are specific to like whatever group you are a part of. And there's just a lot of great information out there and resources that you have available to you that are free and also ones that you can purchase. So definitely get plugged in there. And like she said, thank you for coming so much. So I am Jen Freeland, even though my name is showing up as my husband's name. I didn't log out properly, but it's me. And I'm going to be talking today about kids and babies, you know, all things children related. So the good news though is even if you don't have a pet, or not a pet, a pet or a child at home, this information applies to everybody. So if you notice like the stuff that Debbie was sharing, can be used on us, right? That we can all use, and the same applies to kids and babies. So I have a 9.5-year-old and a 5-year-old. My 5-year-old is around in large part due to a lot of the lifestyle changes that we made with Young Living and products that help to prepare my body, balance out some hormones, all those things. So she is like 100% Young Living Oily Baby from pregnancy, conception on through. And Elena was 3.5 when we started with Young Living. So she was kind of like my guinea pig that I would try things out with. And sometimes learn the hard way because apparently it didn't do a very good job listening. Like when people told me to dilute certain things with a carrier oil because they were hot, I didn't remember that at first. So good news is it's a quick fix. So, all right, I'm going to share with you a couple of things. Like, so for one, and I don't have it sitting right next to me, but the starter kit, it's called that for a reason. It's a really great place to start, whether you're doing it for your kids, your pets, yourself. It can work for anyone in your home. So there are a ton of oils in there that we can use for sleep, immune, emotions, boo-boos, all the things that are going to come up in your daily walk with kids. There is a line specifically designed for kids called Kid Sense. So there's an entire, just like there's an entire pet line called Animal Sense, and all the, there's shampoos and all sorts of things. The same thing for kids. So there's kids bath gel, there's kids shampoo, there's kids toothpaste, and then there's kids specific blends. But the good news is that these are not limited to just kids. These are some really good blends that you're going to want to check out, even if you're just a kid at heart. So the first one up, Kid Scent, is Sniffle Ease. So I'm pretty sure you can deduct from the name of that what that's for, right? So any type of like sniffling going on. There's some really great oils in there that you want to check out. Owie, this is a family favorite. My daughter could not say her name Valerie at first, so she called herself Wowie. So this has been renamed Owie to Wowie, and we use it all the time. Even if in just her mind, it just makes her feel better, she calls for this, even just to hold it. And we unfortunately have a lot of Owies going on. Tummy Jize. So this is so all of these two are pre-diluted. So they're blends that are specific to Young Living that Young Living has made, and they already come pre-diluted, ready to go. You can dilute them down further if you choose to, but you don't need to. Tummy Jize. So again, it's like a kid's version of Digize. It has a little bit different oils in it, so the scent is a little bit different. Some people prefer this scent over Digize, so it's just a personal preference thing. They do the same job. You can apply it right directly to your stomach to ease any upset. There's Genius, and there's also Sleepy Eyes, which I don't have in front of me, but so for sleep, Genius is attention, focus. This has some really, really great brain oils in it. So again, for adults too. And then as far as what came in the kit, we've got Valor, Peace and Calming, Lavender, Frankincense, Lemon can get, gum out of their hair if they think that's fun to stick gum in their hair. It can get nail polish off. It can get, sticky, just gunky stuff that kids are known to just stick all over things. It can get all of that off. So literally the things in the starter kit are used almost every day. It can get funky smells out of the place, citrus fresh, lemon, just very gentle, easy. The Digize in there, if you don't have Tummy Jize yet, you can dilute that down. Same thing, put it right on their belly. At diaper changes, I used to put it on Valerie every single diaper change too, and when she was a little bit backed up, switching from breast milk to solids. Right out of the womb, I took frankincense and put it on her cord. It helped to drain it. I also put some on the top of her head to anoint her, just like frankincense was brought to baby Jesus. I figured if it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for my baby. And also it helped me a ton in labor and delivery. Okay, so that's a whole nother world of things. But the next line that we have is Seedling. So they came up with one specifically for babies. Now again, can you the shampoo that you have in your house or the bath gel or whatever that you've used have a specific, this is for my baby, it's all fun, and it has that same smell to it, so that when they're preparing themselves for bath time, bedtime, with that scent association, what that does is if you use the same kind of scent each time, it prepares their brain for what's coming. So that's a good trick. So sometimes people like to right from the start with their baby or even a pet that's coming into the home, right? If you use that same scent each time wanting a certain reaction to happen, like preparing for bedtime, you could put some Epsom salts with some lavender, put that into their bath, or like a coconut oil, lavender, helps to prepare them for sleep, and it on the scent later they'll have that recall of like, ooh, this is like fun nighttime stuff. All right, so in the Seedlings line we have a linen spray. So again, you do not have to have babies to use this because it smells amazing. You can just spray this right onto your sheets before bed if you have guests coming over, just to spruce things up a little bit. inviting. There's a diaper rash cream. This stuff is amazing. And again, if you don't have kids, some people use this as like a prep for the Savvy Minerals makeup. It helps to reduce like dark circles under the eyes. So a lot of these products are we don't need wipes per se for diapers anymore, but you can cut them up and use them for makeup removal. You can use them in the dryer for dryer sheets. So there's a lot of, or, you know, if you have a pet, they're really good to, I have people that use them to kind of clean off their pet, like cats or whatever, that kind of get a little funky or stuff, you know, litter stuck to them or whatever. And the cats actually really love them and they smell so good. So that's an option. But the diaper rash cream is super helpful. Even if you just have like a dry skin, you know, like a cut or a scrape, that Animal Sense is really great. This would be another great one to have on hand. Anything to replace those petroleum-based products that are really drying for our skin and toxic. It's a gasoline byproduct, so not the best thing to be throwing on the largest organ in our system. So we want to just be mindful of the things that are going on there. So this diaper rash cream, it works so quickly. Either this, they didn't have this when I had Valerie, so I used to make my own. And then I discovered Animal Sense. I used to use those. I used to make my own with like frankincense and lavender, some shea butter and coconut oil. So there's a ton of DIY options, but these really do last a long time too. A little bit goes a long way. And from one diaper change to the next, it can really just very quickly bring that skin back to a healthy state. I used to just keep some of Animal Sense or diaper cream like in a little container like this in my purse, just so that it's easy on the go. And that way, if I lose it, I don't lose my whole bottle. All right, so this is the baby wash and shampoo. So it's baby wash and shampoo. It says tear-free on there. So everybody wants, obviously, nobody wants their baby to get soap in their eyes or to cry if they do, right? So a lot of the leading baby products out there right now claim to be tear-free, and unfortunately the way they achieve that is by putting a chemical in there that deadens the senses in the eyes to detect something that's harming them. And there's another chemical in there that lessens the body's ability to make the eyes red. Okay, so it's really not preventing them from being hurt. They just are not showing you any symptoms so that you're not. That's why if you notice, like babies will still kind of go like this because it's actually hurting them. So when we're dealing with Young Living, like all plant-based products, these are truly tear-free. They've done the research and the studies and they've tested this. My mom uses this actually on her dogs. They're hypoallergenic dogs that need to be groomed, and you know, their face. So when she washes them, she uses this on their face to kind of get all that like build up around their eyes. So being that it's the tear-free, that can be used on anybody as well. And then we have the Kid Sense. We've got other products like probiotics. These again are not specific to just kids. I love these. I love these for a couple reasons. They taste amazing. It's like tastes like a pixie stick. There's no added sugar in there. There's no sugar in here. It's just really amazing gut support. We have a stronger Life 9 version, you know, that's in a swallow, like a tablet that you swallow. But these are really great because they don't have to be refrigerated. They can go easily with you when you travel. And they taste so good. Did I mention that? They're really good. So for the average person who just is maintaining proper gut health, it's perfect. Another obvious thing that you want to have for babies, kids, pets, whoever, is a diffuser. So this is a really fun one. This is the one that we keep in my kids' room now. We used to have like one of the like the mermaid kids, whatever one that was. Anyway, this is our new favorite. Feather the Owl is the name that comes from Young Living. You can rename her or him, whatever you want. There's even fun little stickers that you can put on the eyes to make them look like they're open or winking, like they're cutest things. Or I've seen like little mustaches or bow ties, like really cute stuff, especially if you have like a cricket yourself. All right, so it's just 2 pieces, super easy to use. You're gonna fill it to the fill line. Once a week, you just kind of wipe it out. You're gonna fill it with water. You're gonna put the drops of whatever you want on there. So we do Thieves and a calming oil every night. So Thieves for immune boosting, and then calming, anything from Stress Away, Valor, Peace and Calming, frankincense, lavender, sleepy eyes, like whatever you and your nose loves, cedarwood, anything. Put, 2 drops of each, or adjust to your liking or the size of your room, and then push start. So it works on his talons. So this is a really great, easy, convenient one. You can see it's like the size of my head. But it's just a really fun one. I also take this one with us now when we travel, because it's just really like easy and compact and just 2 pieces. So definitely be diffusing every single night. So consistency is key. Quality is key. We're definitely only talking about Young Living oils here when we're talking about kids and pets. And then I just wanted to end by sharing some references for you to kind of continue your search. Again, this is us just showing you, hey, these are just some of the options that are going on. And if you are not yet a Young Living member and you want to be, and join us on this fun little lifestyle quest, then yes, Debbie said it has a lot of fun features. Like it doubles as a humidifier, as a just like the normal ones, but then it has sound and lighting options. So it has all the lighting options of the Desert Mist, but it also is like a sound machine. So just a lot of really fun things with that kids think are fun. And it's easy to use. All right, so if you are not yet a member, definitely please get back to the person that shared with you today, and dive in with us, join us. There's, you learn as you go. You're not going to start out knowing all of the answers and all of the things, but the fun thing is you don't have to. Just like the oils are adaptogens, like Debbie said, we are too. We can learn as we go. We can learn to figure out what we need and where it needs to fit into our lives at that moment. All right, so for kids, you're going to want to definitely grab this Gentle Babies book for pregnancy, childbirth, and it's a bigger book now. You can get this either at Life Science, discoverlsp.com, or you can get it at Amazon. Sorry, I'm sure you can get it somewhere else too. Deborah Rayburn is the author of this one. She is I think she was an RN. Anyway, she's like a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living. She's just a wealth of knowledge with baby, kids, pregnancies. Got a ton of information here for my own births. And there's one called Aroma Baby. This one is specific, I think, to Life Science. And then there's another one called Betsy Bosom's, and it has like 4 parts. It talks about everything from conception and fertility and hormones on through post childbirth, repair and all of that. So those are really good ones to start with. There are some of those smaller booklets that Debbie was showing for the pets and animals. There's one, like a smaller one like that through Life Science Publishing. But anyway, you'll be able to, you can even just like, go into your search bar or whatever when you use and search in Young Living Kids, Young Living Pets, and you can come up with a ton of different things. Yeah, she's showing like the chemical-free home. There's a baby and mama version. So there's definitely a lot of things out there. Just make sure when you're looking, you're specifically searching for Young Living plus whatever it is that you're looking for, and you'll come up with a lot of things. And again, plug in to your team, because they are there for you. They have a lot of resources for you and to plug you in and to really help you along as you're looking up these things yourself. So thank you again so much for coming. We're going to stop the recording now. And then if you guys want to stick around, we're going to have some like open Q&A time. And we're going to look forward to seeing you guys again on our next Lunch and Learn.
Yes, thank you so much, Jen, for sharing. That was great information. I use a lot of the baby stuff myself. Unfortunately, my babies are now in their 19 and 22. So, but they're great. All the products are fabulous. You don't have to be a baby to be using them, just like the animal ones. So I am going to stop the recording. We thank you so much for joining us, and hope you all have a fabulous day and stay safe. Keep washing your hands. And let me end this. And if you want to stick around and ask some questions, we can totally do that. And I'm going to stop recording. And I'm